Hey, life group leaders. I've been hearing some really exciting stories about things happening in life groups, and I wanted to tell you one of them because I think it affects some of the things that we have going on. Many of you know the story of Ron Huff, who came to Christ through Servaleria, brought his wife to church. She got connected with God, started attending the Stinsman life group together as a couple. Interesting thing, they started talking about becoming members, were growing in the Lord, and the subject of baptism came up. And she mentioned that she was real nervous about getting in front of that many people to get baptized. Was happy to do it, in front of a group of people, but wow, 500 people made her really nervous. So we talked a little bit about it, and she agreed she'd be willing to do it within her life group. So she mentioned it in her life group, asking if they would be willing to be a part of something like that. And what was interesting is it started with her, and then pretty soon somebody said, you know, I've always felt nervous about that, but I'd love to get baptized within our life group. So they got everybody together, started talking it up, invited me out, and so at Lakeview Park a few weeks ago, I baptized 9 people from the same life group. Now, I don't know about you, but to me that's an exciting story. That's our church went and ministered in the community, built a relationship, that person got saved, then his wife came to know Christ, then a whole life group essentially got baptized together. That's a great story, but it happened because our church stepped out into the community and started serving. I want to have life groups that have more great stories like that. We have a lot of great things happening in life groups, and we have some really good stories. But I believe that the more that we kind of push to the next level and seek God, the more that we're going to have really incredible stories like that we can say, look what God did. So what I'd like for you to do is, as we're preparing for the September 17th training, start thinking about the kind of stories that you would like to be able to tell about your life group. Think about, like, wow, in 3 years, when I tell about what these last 3 years have been like, what kind of things would I like to be able to say? Would I like to talk about people who have gotten saved? Would I like to talk about prostitutes we rescued from the street? Would I like to talk about orphans who found their homes? What kind of things do I want to tell stories about, and how are we going to make those true? We're going to take some time, September 17th, to talk a little bit about that. So I want you to come ready for that. I want you to come inspired. I want you to bring somebody who could maybe be a life group leader. If for some reason you can't make it to the 9 a.m. September 17th training, let me know. But the one other thing I need to tell you about is September 11th, we are going to have a church-wide picnic. Jim has already mentioned it. This is going to be more than just a regular picnic. There's going to be some really special things that we're going to do together as a church to celebrate the unity we have, to celebrate the fellowship we have. It is so important that you're there and that you bring your life group. It's not just a fun day. It's going to be really fun, but there's something that happens in our church when we all come together like that. So can I ask you to just make that a really big priority? We're also asking that life group leaders bring just a little bit of an extra bit of food. If you're making cookies, make 3 or 4 extras. A little bit more than your family needs. If you're making a side dish, bring just a little bit more, because what we're going to do is have a table for anybody who wasn't able to bring food. So that anybody who wants to be a part of it that wasn't able to bring food that day, there's going to be food for them. We're going to have the main dish. If you just want to make desserts and side dishes, that would be great. Don't forget about all the other things. Don't forget about the pie making contest and other things, but be there. So September 11th, September 17th, need you at both of those things. It's going to be great. Love you all. You're doing a good job. Thank you.